They sure as hell better be, or else it would be the culmination of one of the bigger in-season choke jobs in modern NFL history. And that's despite the fact, listen, the Bills, it looks like, lost Tre'Davious White potentially for the season yesterday. That matters. And I am thankful that Josh Allen took the old Magic Mountain roller coaster Allen to a level we hadn't seen it before. We talk about it being game to game. He did it within a game. He had highs, he had lows, he had another high, he had a terrible low at the end of the first half, and then finished on a high. We had the roller coaster within a game from Josh Allen. With all that said, Buffalo went into the season as one of the Super Bowl favorites. New England went into the season as a coin flip to make the playoffs. Buffalo started the season 4-1. New England started the season 2-4. Buffalo is positioned for this year and next year, because these are the last 2 years. Josh Allen's cap hit is going to be south of $40 million over the next decade, the only 2 years, this year and next year, to win right now. Meanwhile, New England, while they spent a lot of money in free agency, is starting a rookie quarterback. The Bills have to win this division, Wilds, if for no other reason than if they don't, one would start to ask the question, aside from last year, when will they ever again? So I do think they're more talented. They also, because while you have decided the Dolphins' loss doesn't count, the schedule makers and the standings makers have decided, unfortunately for the Patriots, it does. If the Patriots and Bills just split and they finish with the same record, the reason the Bills win the division is that Dolphins loss for New England. So for all those reasons, I think Buffalo has to be the team to beat in the AFC East.
Well, here's the thing. When you're a dynasty, you're still the team to beat. And if you have the GOAT and the baby GOAT on the sidelines or on the field, you are still the team to beat. But here's the thing. I'm not being cocky, Broussard. I am not nervous about the Bills. I'm not scared of the Bills. The Bills don't register on my panic meter, which is usually flying all over the place. But I do respect the Bills. I respect the defense, I respect the offense, and I respect Stephon Diggs. First, the defense. They're the number one defense in the league. Look, they played a lot of tomato cans, but they're only giving up 275 yards a game. Here's the other thing. They are blowing teams out, Broussard. Their 7 wins, all by 15 points or more. So the weird part is, like, it's a little bit of a roller coaster. You lose big to the Colts, but then you beat up on the Saints. And finally, Stephon Diggs does hit my panic meter a little bit, but he scares me. I respect the Bills, but Patriots are still the team to beat, Broussard.
Well, first, Wiles, all right, GOAT Belichick, that's who you're talking about. Baby GOAT Mac Jones, that makes them the team to beat. That doesn't make them the team to beat, all right, because they entered the season with those two guys, and no one, I don't even think you thought they were the team to beat at that point. I had them making the playoffs as a wild card. I believe you had them making it as a wild card, I believe.
Correct.
I don't think you had them winning the division, but so I don't think they entered the season as the team to beat. But the question was, did Buffalo prove they are still the team to beat in the AFC East? And no, Buffalo didn't prove a thing yesterday. All they proved is that they could beat up another, as you use the term, Wiles, tomato can. And everybody on this set mocked Broussard when I said months ago my Dark Horse MVP candidate was Jameis Winston. Well, look now. All right, is there anybody more valuable than Jameis Winston? The Saints were 5-2. I know it's a tangent, but they were 5-2 with Jameis at the helm. Now they can't do a thing. They're 0-4 without Jameis. So I'll take that little W and put it on the side of my table right here.
But that's an aside.
But without Jameis, New Orleans horrible. Okay, and Buffalo, you are right, Wilds, in that they've pretty much stomped the bad teams, right? But that's really all they've beaten are bad teams. Outside of Kansas City, of their 7 victories, every single one of them outside of the Chiefs was against a team with a losing record. All right, so, and then when they play teams with winning records, they're 1-3. So they are dangerous because Josh Allen, Nick is done a great job of telling us about the roller coaster, which is Josh Allen. And when he's on a high, when he's at a peak with Diggs and MC anti-vaxxers, Nick's calls Cole Beasley and all the weapons, they are tough to beat. But they have not really done it against anybody except for the Chiefs, who were struggling. And the defense, yes, is ranked number 1. But, Nick, I'm a little questionable about the defense because, as I said, they haven't really played great teams. And when they did,
correct,
Indianapolis puts up 41 on them. Tennessee puts up 34 on them. Okay? So I'm not even sure about the defense. I now, gun to my head, I believe more in Belichick than McDermott, although McDermott's a good coach. I believe more in the Patriots defense, which has proven more to me this year than Buffalo's has thus far. Yes, Josh Allen is better than Mac Jones, but I like New England's ball control, offense, more conservative approach than what Buffalo does. So gun to my head, I would probably go with the Patriots right now. So no, the Bills haven't proven anything.
Wow. So
we'll find out in the next few weeks. But gun to my head, yeah.
Yeah, and you mentioned the Bills' defense. I know folks would be like, well, they held Kansas City to 20. Do keep in mind in that game, that was a game the Chiefs turned the ball over 4 times as far as moving the ball. And that's not me making excuses for the Chiefs. I'm just trying to amplify Broussard's point. The Chiefs moved the ball very well on Buffalo. They just kept turning the ball over. A few things here. One is, Broussard, I will move the capital I had invested in mocking your Jameis Winston MVP pick and invested all in mocking your New Orleans Saints to the playoffs pick. Is that okay? Because they're 5-6 and they're cooked. So I will now. No, injuries happen, buddy. Injuries happen. We've gotten a whole lot of run on this television show for Nick Wright picking the Cowboys to go to the Super Bowl last year. Their quarterback got his leg snapped like a little autumn twig. Nobody gave me any dispensation. Next man up, buddy. Next man up. So that's first point. Second point is, Wilds, we indulged you for the better part of a year calling Julian Edelman future Hall of Famer Julian Edelman. It was said with a little wink and a smile, and we had a meeting without you, and we decided it doesn't totally undermine the credibility of the show. You calling Mac Jones the baby goat or the future goat really has to stop. It's embarrassing.
Why, baby?
It's misleading. No. Like, it's bad. It's bad. We can talk about this more after the show, but it's bad. Here is the thing for New England versus Buffalo that I am most interested in. I think everyone would agree New England Buffalo, has more talent. That if you took all 106 guys from the 2 rosters and had a draft, Buffalo is going to have, of the first 20 guys taken, Buffalo's probably going to have 13 or 14 of them. However, Buffalo, as demonstrated last night by the fact that the guy who had been their go-to running back, Zach Moss, was a healthy scratch because they haven't been able to get anything going running the ball, and because of Josh Allen's inconsistency, they're a somewhat easy team to game plan for. Wilds, it is, can we take away Stephon Diggs? Why have they not been the high-flying 13-3 team they were last year, and this year instead good but not great? Well, last year the Allen to Diggs combo might have been the best combo in the entire sport. This year it's been good but not great. I am interested to see, very interested to see, what Belichick does, because I think he will dare Buffalo to run. I think he will do what he has done for years and years, which is take away a team's number 1 option and see what your counter pitch is. The problem for the Patriots is, realistically, in order to win this division, they have to sweep Buffalo. Going 1-1 against Buffalo is not going to be good enough. Because of that, and because even as skeptical of the Bills and Josh Allen as I've been, I can't see a scenario where they go from, they were minus 2,000 to win the division 6 weeks ago. To go from that to not winning the division seems incomprehensible to me, absent suffering a devastating injury, which they haven't. I know the Trey White injury is big, but absent losing your quarterback. So I still think the Bills are the team to beat, but I don't think either of these teams scares the best teams in the AFC, Jenna.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.